This week on Mac on the Road, we're still in the Pacific Northwest. While Morgan flies home to visit family, Goose and I take the truck to camp out on the beach on the Olympic Peninsula, where we make some great food, see amazing views, and hike to the northernmost point in the United States at Cape Flattery. Let's hit the road. And I'm gonna be honest, we've been driving for probably, 45 minutes, and I'm like, look at that. This road is just like horribly bumpy. Like if we were taking the camper down this, like we would have to be going super slow.
I am tuning in from Florida to interrupt, but I just wanted to show you guys the best thing. I know Jack's showing you the best views, but I'm in Florida and this is the best view.
This is no good. And, I'll be honest, I'm a little bit disappointed on the views.
That is Fresh Kitchen, which they only have them in Florida. So this is my PSA that if people find out about it, then maybe they'll make more Fresh Kitchens everywhere else.
Nothing but trees, and then this road is just insanely bumpy.
And then I got these chocolate chip cookies. Jack, I know you're jealous.
I hope this doesn't go on for too much longer because this is driving me nuts. We'll just have to see how it is when I get there, I guess. There we go. There's the waterfront views that I was talking about. Much better. Yep. I think this is the spot. So I just talked to a guy. He must have been looking for, whatever you find in these rocks. He said that, so this is technically on the Indian reservation, but he said that he doesn't think that I would need to pay the fee to use the recreational area because it's dispersed camping. It's not necessarily designated camping. I don't know. And then nothing in the review said I had to pay. So as of right now, it looks like I've got this whole beach to myself. And check this out. That is Canada right there. But I mean, come on, look at this. So sick. So actually, I'm gonna spin my truck around so it's facing the other direction so I have a little bit more privacy, and then I'm gonna set up camp. So, what a clutch spot. That we're up and running. Okay, and just like that, camp is up. Right now, I think I'm just gonna enjoy my beach, crack open a beer, because I'm not really hungry for dinner yet. I'm making fajitas. So maybe I'll just hang out for a sec and then start prepping up dinner, and then by then it'll probably be sunset. Check this out, Mac and Jack Brewing Co., especially for me. All right, it's been about an hour and I went into those tide pools. Just, this hypes me up. I gotta show you what I got. Check this out. A couple of wild Pacific mussels. They were just sitting there, and I know that y'all are gonna be like, oh, it's illegal. I bought the license, it's fine. Basically, you just have to cut off their little beard, they call it, scrub it down with a little brush, which I have, and then we'll steam them in the jet boil. So this is cool for me. I've never done this before. I've never even seen a wild mussel. I've only seen them when they're cooked in an Italian restaurant. So I'm very excited to see how this turns out. This will be my This will be my little appetizer before fajitas. And the only seasoning I have is Mexican, so I don't know. We'll see how they are by themselves. And if they need a little seasoning, we'll throw some Mexican on there. A little Mexican mussels. All right, so like I mentioned, you basically, this little part right here, you just gotta cut off. Hold the beard, nice and easy. Should come out just like that. And then we'll give it a little scrub. Just a little scrubby. Get all some of this nastiness off. I bet you they want you to use a wire brush, but this little toothbrush is all I got. Okay. 4 mussels. About to be boiled nicely. I know it says steam them, but the jet boil is gonna have to do it. It's kind of steamy, right? All right, it said 8 to 10 minutes in steam, but I mean, this is gonna be like straight up boiling for that long. So, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes. It just says basically like whenever it's open. So, we'll give it a go. Y'all are paying $30 at a restaurant for this. I paid a lot of gas to get here. Check this out, I just took one out. Look at that. Just came right off. All right, well, the other 3 are cooking. Let's do it. There's definitely some sand in it. But I mean, it tastes like a restaurant, to be honest. Just not as like, doesn't have a wine or a butter sauce with it. But I mean, that's pretty good. I think it's naturally salty. Definitely some sand and stuff in it. I don't know how you get that out. All right, just ate the rest of them. Fantastic. That was being able to catch something and cook it. Just, it doesn't get more fresh than that, and it doesn't get much better than that. So yeah, right now I'll probably start prepping veggies and stuff for the fajitas, and then go ahead and start dinner. Now for the most important part, seasonings. I'm using Dano's, shout out Dano's. They're probably some of the best seasoning you can buy right now. At least for like not super expensive. No sugars, it's all real spices. Shout out Dano's. Okay, I'm gonna let that sit for, I don't know, 10 minutes or so, and then we'll prep the Blackstone, and in the meantime I'm gonna prevent him from eating my dinner. He actually knows exactly what time it is as well. It's time for this. Free. Oh yeah, everything is looking nice. time to get those tortillas out. Thinking like maybe 4. I'll just test up 4 for now. That was fire. Yeah, like, I'm telling you, I'm in heaven right now. This is great. I'm making delicious food on a Pacific beach. Basically got the whole thing to myself. Goose is loving it. Life is good, man. All right, so in the reviews of this campsite, there's 2 things. One, they said that gray whales woke them up in the morning. So stay tuned for that, if that happens in the morning. But there was also this like really cool looking rock formation that I'm pretty sure is that way. I'm gonna rule out that direction. I'm almost certain I can kind of see it. It's a little bit far. So I'm gonna go ahead and hike over this tide pool and then go around this little peninsula and see if I can find that cool rock formation. This is pretty much where I found the mussels earlier. Just a little bit further up, but you know, I didn't really think about this. I really hope the tide doesn't come up tonight. That would be a bummer. Like, how does that even happen? Oh, that's so sick. Look at that. Well, my camera died when I was over there, but you get the gist. And while my phone was charging, I started a fire. Honestly, it got dark pretty quick, but bedtime for me means that it has to be a sweet treat. And check this out. My beautiful wife, Morgan, made homemade English muffins and bagels. I'm gonna have a bagel in the morning, but I'm about to cut open an English muffin, throw some Nutella on it, and then crisp it up on the Blackstone. That's my sweet treat for tonight. The piece de resistance. This is absolutely my guilty pleasure. That is a sweet treat right there. All right, that was money. I took a couple bites of that and it tasted like a Dunkin' donut, like a chocolate glazed Dunkin' donut. So good. And it's homemade. Thank you, Morgan. So right now I'm gonna put out the fire, clean up camp a little bit, and then I'm gonna get into bed because it's about 9:30 right now. So we gotta get ready for a hike tomorrow and a long drive, like I mentioned. So we'll clean up and we'll hit it. All right, good morning. I actually slept incredibly, and I was out like a light. But when I was awake, it's probably around like 2 a.m. I could really hear the tide, and I shined my flashlight out. It's too dark to get a video. I shined my flashlight out, and then all of these rocks, most of them were submerged. The tide had come up to about where you can see where that little water line is. Stayed up for another like 10 minutes and actually checked the tide chart for this area, and it said that high tide had like already happened, so it was gonna start receding. Right now we're just gonna get everything going, maybe have some coffee and some breakfast. After breakfast I'll pack up the camp, and then we're gonna go try and hit that hike over on the Pacific Ocean. But yeah, let's get this caffeine going. Oh yeah. You know, the funny thing is, Goose would probably be all over me right now if he knew that I had food, but I'm not exactly sure where he is. He ran around that way. He's probably sniffing around the trees. So I'm gonna enjoy this in peace. Oh, just got a fish. Truck's packed up. Goose got to run around for a little bit. Let's go hit a hike. So this hike is going to be to a trailhead at Cape Flattery, which is the furthest most point of the Olympic Peninsula, the very corner of the United States. So it'll be on the Pacific Ocean, beautiful view, and the best part is I can take Buddy, and he's pumped. All right, so let's hit it. All right, looks like this is it. Cape Flattery, parking at the trailhead. All right, just pulled up to the most northwest point of the United States. Let's go check it out. Free. I honestly can't get over how blue the water is. Look at this. Wow. tip of the United States. It's beautiful. All right, that's it for me this week. I appreciate you watching all the way to the end of the video. The Pacific Northwest has just been beautiful. Can't wait to come back. If you like this kind of content, you like hiking, camping, full-time travel, please consider subscribing. It really helps us out. In the next couple of months, we're actually gonna be going back to the ski resorts and winter camping, so staying warm, boondocking, all that kind of stuff. So be sure to stay tuned for that. All right, see you next week. I hope this doesn't give me food poisoning.